Hey everybody, Logan here, and today we got a little bit of news. It hit yesterday, and I saw this and I was like, wow, I haven't heard anything about this in quite some time where this happens in Japan. I know you know, it's a thing in Australia. I've heard of that. I remember the whole Left 4 Dead debacle, that, but I haven't heard of a horror game, especially out of Japan, because they love their horror. But this one is a bit more grotesque. And over here, that's completely fine. Over there, not so much. So this article comes from Pure Xbox. You can find it on multiple other sources, but this is one where I happen to see it. It says, the Callisto protocol has been canceled in Japan after clash with ratings board. Zero has blocked the game in its current state. Zero is their ratings board, like we have the ESRB. So let's cover this article a little more. This is a very grotesque game, and hey, for some people, they really enjoy this type of horror. And hey, that's cool. Perhaps one of the most exciting games on the horizon is Callisto Protocol, led by the creator of Dead Space series, Glenn Schofield. Unfortunately for Japan, it seems it won't get the chance to play this upcoming survival horror game, with developer Striking Distance Studios announcing it has decided to cancel the local release in this part of the world after the game did not pass the Zero Ratings Board classification process. It's funny how what passes over there and then what doesn't pass over here. It's really interesting. Me, I'm one of those. I don't really think we should have a ratings board. I think we should have, basic decency guidelines. And I think sometimes, it can actually hinder the developers' creative vision. But yeah, I do think there are some things that are just kind of, but if it's okay to come out in the States, I don't know why it's not okay to come out in Japan, but we'll read on and we'll find out. The developer decided against making any changes to the game, as it does not want to compromise the experience. We have decided to discontinue the Japanese version of Callisto Protocol, the game's official social media account stated on Wednesday. We have determined that the game cannot pass the Zero rating in its current state, and that changing the content will not provide the experience that players expect. We would appreciate your understanding in Japan. Japanese people that speak English or can read English will import it, because, hey, region free is a thing these days. Okay, I get it, my other computer. Don't you hate it when it just Windows is like right in the middle? And I'm not a big fan of that. So, because it gives me a reason to complain about it. Tokyo-based game analyst Dr. Sirkin Toto, I hope I pronounced that correctly, who highlighted the game's cancellation in Japan, noted in a series of tweets how classification in the country has become much stricter over the years since the founding of Zero in 2002, even with a homemade series like Resident Evil. See, Resident Evil, especially the newer ones, seem a little... Actually, from what I've seen in Callisto Protocol, Resident Evil seems a little tame. Zero was founded in 2002 and has become stricter and stricter over the years. Games censored for nudity and violence in Japan include Last of Us, Cyberpunk, Uncharted 1, Witcher 3, GTA 5, etc. Which is so strange to me, because they have other games that, just blow my mind with the content that they have. And those are games that get censored? What? Needless to say, censorship also affects homemade games, i.e. Resident Evil, when compared to the Western release. It is also important to understand that sometimes Japanese games get two releases, one cut and one gory version. The gory version typically sells better. Although it seems like Japan will be missing out on the Callisto Protocol, the game will ship in all other parts of the world on December 2nd. Blah, 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 blah. So with that being said, they can just import it. And I'm sure many, many, many people in Japan will, because from my understanding, English is widely spoken over there. Not as much as Japanese, but um, yeah, I've purchased a number of Asian English, Japanese English games for the Switch and whatnot, and it's pretty popular over there to have those languages in their games too. So to see this being highly imported for PlayStation or Xbox, depending on what you're playing, or if those that have the Series S can just switch their account to a different region, just like people were doing with moving to New Zealand for Modern Warfare 2. That was a funny thing. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? Is it weird that this is being canceled? Apparently, it's not that too uncommon, but I find it weird because of all their other content and how some of their stuff gets, as some of us like to say, neutered over here. So, hey, it is what it is. It's funny how, this gore passes, but boobs don't. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, there are some games where there's too much jiggle. That's a no-no. Not saying, it's a good thing, but censorship to me is a bad thing either way. But, hey, it is what it is, and such is life. But what do you guys think about this Callisto Protocol being canceled in Japan? Do you know anybody in Japan that will play this game or wants to import this game? I don't. That's why I'm asking you. But hey, such is life, right? Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Remember to follow us on our socials at Red Bandana Gaming on Facebook and Instagram, and at RBG_retro on the Twitter, where I've been stupidly more active in the last few days. I'm sure you guys know why. Because now I don't have to worry about what I say. Oh, it's such a great time. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.